Hey guys, doing a real quick feeding video of one of my smaller leopard geckos. I've had some people ask me just, and how to do maybe some feeding videos, show like what kind of setups I use, that kind of thing. This is a pretty basic setup for a young leopard gecko. Hide on the warm side. A human hide that's got just basically a deli cup that I've soldered an entrance in with some moist. It's the New Zealand sphagnum moss. You can get it at most places. Sell it in like a, I think like a brick or something like that. It's not the cocoa fiber, but it's actual sphagnum moss. Shallow water dish, paper towel substrate, heat tape. Heat set on a thermostat to 90 degrees on the warm side, and that's pretty much it. We're doing a feeding. I'll do a mixture of various feeder insects, mealworms, dubia roaches, crickets, phoenix worms, wax worms, butter worms, mixture of stuff. Variety's always good. Some people will keep a calcium dish in with their geckos. I've found with smaller geckos it doesn't really work too well. They're not really familiar with what it's supposed to be there for, so they're not too familiar with it. And adults will sometimes use it though. Primary thing is they've always got to have moving prey items. They like some of them. Some geckos like different items, different prey items more than others. This one's a really good eater on pretty much anything I put in front of it, so that's why I wanted to use this one. Nothing real special morph-wise, just a nice high yellow. I guess you might even... It's actually gotten some nice lavender colors coming in on it, so... Nothing real crazy. I'm trying to find... I got some smaller mealworms in this batch here, so I'm trying to find an appropriately sized one for it here. Well, this one's really small. I've got another smaller gecko I like to keep the smaller ones for. You can see this one's not, this one's not bashful at all. This one usually they'll rattle their tail right before they strike at stuff. It's kind of funny. See if I can get them to come out further. I usually feed smaller ones. I feed these guys every day. He's got a pretty voracious appetite, as you can see. That's always a good thing. Some geckos are a little bit, you have to work with them to get them to take whatever prey item you really want. My staple is always going to be mealworms and dubia roaches, so that's going to... And also, you'll hear people say, oh, sorry, I scared you. You'll hear people say, like, there's an old wives' tale that says something about you have to crush the heads up of mealworms before you feed them to them. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I could hear it from where I was. You can hear that thing. You can hear it crunch the mealworm when they bite them. Even though they're small, they crush the insects up before they eat them. So no, you do not have to. You do not have to crush the heads of mealworms before you feed them to them. Some people say, well, mealworms have too hard of a shell to feed to them. That's also not true. As long as you keep them the right temperatures and whatnot, you're going to be fine. These guys like it pretty warm anyway, so... Are you still hungry? Did I scare you? I'm sorry. They have ears. They're really sensitive. Some of them are really sensitive to loud noises. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Get it. Alright, well, that's a short video. Well, I say short. My videos always end up being super long, so sorry. How to feed a leopard gecko. Or for mealworms. There you go.